99% of freelancers fail on Upwork because they just simply don't understand the Upwork algorithm. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how the Upwork algorithm works, how sometimes you can get broken down into micro markets, and how you can use this information to make even more money from Upwork. And if you're new here, my name's Ryan. All we talk about on this channel is how to make thousands of dollars per month using Upwork. And I love this stuff. I made $30,000 profit from Upwork last month, and let's get straight into it. Now, before I get started, I want to give credit to a website called Pouncer. I actually watched one of these guys' YouTube videos about the Upwork algorithm, and he had a two-part series, and I learned a lot from it. And they're not sponsoring this video or anything, but I did get a lot of value out of it. So if you're watching this, you did a great job on those videos. But let's get into the first point, which is Upwork is not just one marketplace. Now, Upwork uses an AI system called Flow, and it essentially breaks down the market into little micro markets on Upwork. So what that means is that you're not competing with every single freelancer. You're competing in these very narrow kind of micro markets, essentially. For example, you might be a mid-level developer in the US market, or you might be a entry-level expert in copywriting in Southeast Asia. There's different micro markets for different freelancers. So what that means is if you're trying to get clients in a particular niche or in a particular skill, and you're not getting that, it just means that you haven't been allocated to that micro market yet. And you might be doing something wrong with your profile or the way you're sending proposals. Ultimately, the algorithm hasn't positioned you in that micro market, and your positioning is essentially has a direct correlation to how you actually get clients on Upwork. Your positioning determines your visibility, and your visibility determines how much money you make on the platform. And if you want to actually see a full article on this that Pouncer made, I'm going to put the link for it in the description below, and I might even put those YouTube videos too, because there's a lot of insight in that. The second thing I want to talk about is how the Upwork algorithm actually does its ranking, which is super important. Upwork uses a two-pass system. So pass one is the keyword matching, like does your profile actually match the keywords that you talk about? But pass two is the AI ranking, and this is actually where most of the decisions are made. When the AI looks at your profile, it's looking at a bunch of different stuff. And for example, it looks at your profile completedness, your work history alignment, your click and engagement behavior, your pricing compared to peers, and your job success score compared to your peers, which is like crazy because I didn't even know that. And that blew my mind as well. So you do make money on Upwork by having some keywords in your profile, but stuffing them on your profile doesn't necessarily help according to the algorithm. Essentially, you win by being tightly aligned to the micro market that you're in. The third thing I've learned about the Upwork algorithm is that specificity, if that's a word, is better than breadth. If your profile says that you can do everything, you're not going to get clients. You want to be niche about the things that you do. And I've noticed this with my profile because I get a lot of clients for NAN, Mink.com, automation. And that's because all of my profile is fully aligned with that. And because of that, I get the clients in that micro market. And it's funny, I did this without even knowing about this, but now understanding the algorithm, it really helps you understand that logic behind how they pair the right freelancer with the right client. So that also means if you're just taking random jobs on your profile, it doesn't help you. Like whenever you get those random, invites where it's like, hey, here's a $5, English voice thing, don't take it because it messes up your profile. It's not good for you. The fourth thing I want to talk about is validated skills matter the most. There are essentially three levels to skills. You have asserted skills, the ones that you listed on your profile. You have inferred skills. These are based on your activity, what you're looking at, what proposals you're sending, and so on. And then you also have validated skills, which is based on the type of clients that you've worked with and had reviews from on your profile. And validated skills carry the most weight. So if you want to land big clients on Upwork and stay, well in the Upwork algorithm, then it's important for you to have good validated skills on your profile. So if you want higher rankings in your micro market, then it's important that you essentially do work that's within those skills. Another really interesting thing that I learned from the Upwork algorithm is that pricing actually can help you or hurt you. If you price too low for a project, it actually hurts you, which is kind of like going against what you would actually assume. The Upwork algorithm's AI essentially looks at how much you charge the client and then ranks it based on how much other freelancers have typically charged for that, particular type of work. And if you undercut everybody, it actually signals essentially low quality, and Upwork won't rank you high. So what this means is it's actually better to position your pricing at a reasonable rate at the kind of market standard. So if you're a developer, you're not going to be charging $5 an hour. Maybe $30 to $50 an hour makes more sense. The other thing that I found super interesting is that the JSS, your job success score, is essentially different based on the niche that you're in. So for example, the Upwork algorithm actually ranks JSSs differently for different categories. Certain categories, a 95% job success score is, pretty reasonable. Whereas, in others, 100% is like, it has to be 100%, otherwise you're just doing terrible. And that makes sense because there's some niches where, bad feedback is more common, maybe in things like development, for example. Ultimately, your JSS is ranked against your entire niche, not just against your profile. And lastly, one of the final things that I've learned about the Upwork algorithm is that connects are like paid ads. And Upwork is a business. And if you buy a lot of connects and you spend a lot of connects and you try and land clients and you send proposals and you're super active and you always do a good job and you always over deliver, then you're going to land big clients and you're going to rank high in the Upwork algorithm. It's just like Facebook ads. If you're spending a shitload of money on Facebook ads, you're going to be positioned well by Upwork. They're going to give you like somebody that's going to work with you. And in general, your profile is going to flourish. And that's something to keep in mind with the Upwork algorithm. Now, there's so many things I could talk about on this that I almost feel like I need to make a separate YouTube video about it. So if you want me to make another YouTube video about the Upwork algorithm, then let me know in the comment section below. Because to be honest, I learned a lot from these articles and from these YouTube videos that even I didn't know. And I'm one of the leading experts on Upwork. But look, I hope you enjoyed the video, but I hope you learned something. And let me know in the comment section if you think I missed something or there was something interesting that you learned in this video, because YouTube now allows me to do voice notes. So if you shoot me a message in the comment section, you might even get a voice note back from me. Peace.